Welcome back to our channel, World of Coins. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them because it could make you a millionaire overnight. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1974 United States quarter dollar, a coin that could be worth much more than its face value. You might just be sitting on a hidden treasure without even knowing it. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's take a closer look at why the 1974 quarter is a coin that every serious collector should keep an eye on. Let's take a quick step back in time to 1974, a year of transition for the United States. It was a time of political turmoil, with the Watergate scandal making headlines, and the nation grappling with the aftermath of the Vietnam War. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was producing coins to keep up with the growing economy, including the familiar quarter dollar that we know so well. These quarters were struck in high numbers that year, but over the decades, something fascinating has happened. Some of these quarters have become incredibly rare and valuable, but what's the secret behind the 1974 quarter's value? The answer lies in a combination of factors that make this coin special for collectors. First off, while the coin itself may seem like just another part of your pocket change, finding one in exceptional condition is no easy feat. Most 1974 quarters were circulated, meaning they saw plenty of wear and tear. Over time, the edges became worn, and the designs started to fade. That's why an uncirculated or well-preserved 1974 quarter is considered a true gem for coin enthusiasts. But there's more. The value of the 1974 quarter is also affected by its unique characteristics. There are a few rarities to look out for that can significantly boost its value. For example, certain quarters from this year were minted with subtle design differences or minor errors that make them especially coveted by collectors. Whether it's a slight variation in the positioning of the lettering or a rare minting mistake, these quirks can turn a simple coin into a highly sought-after collector's item. Now, you're probably wondering, how much could a 1974 quarter really be worth? If you happen to find one in mint condition or with a rare error, you might be in for quite a surprise. While most 1974 quarters are worth around their face value, 25 cents, there are some that are fetching jaw-dropping prices at auctions and through private sales. In fact, the highest grade examples, particularly those with minting errors or flaws, have been known to reach impressive amounts. In some cases, these special quarters have been sold for up to $59,000, that's right, $59,000 for a single 1974 quarter. A coin that was once just a small piece of currency could now be worth a small fortune if it's in the right condition. So, the next time you're sifting through your spare change or going through a coin collection, don't overlook that 1974 quarter. It could be the key to unlocking an unexpected treasure trove. Top 2, we're diving into the world of one of the most interesting and potentially valuable quarters in American history, the 1977 United States quarter dollar. You might think that a simple quarter from the late 70s wouldn't be anything special, but trust me, this particular coin has a fascinating story to tell. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be shocked at just how much this small coin could be worth. Let's take a quick step back to 1977. The world was buzzing with big changes. Star Wars had just hit theaters, the world was tuning into the disco era, and the US economy was going through a period of growth and inflation. Meanwhile, the US Mint was busy producing quarters to keep up with the demand for currency in a growing nation. These quarters were designed just like any other, with the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse side and a majestic eagle on the reverse. It seemed like just another regular coin from the era, but the truth is, this coin might be far more valuable than you ever imagined. So, what makes the 1977 quarter special? Well, just like many other coins that were minted for circulation, most of the 1977 quarters were used, worn, and circulated through everyday transactions. Over time, these coins have gone through the usual wear and tear, scratches, discoloration, and fading of the intricate details. However, there are certain factors that make a 1977 quarter valuable, and it's all about condition and rarity. The truth is, While many of these quarters are still in circulation or have been long forgotten in coin jars, a select few are incredibly rare, and that rarity can make them extremely valuable to collectors. The most important thing to remember is the condition of the coin. If you're fortunate enough to have a 1977 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning it looks as if it just came out of the mint, it could be worth quite a lot more than its face value of 25 cents. Coins that are in excellent condition are highly sought after by collectors because they've survived the years without being damaged by daily use. Finding a 1977 quarter in near-perfect shape is rare, and that's what makes it so desirable, but it doesn't stop there. Some of the 1977 quarters might even have minting errors or slight design variations that can dramatically increase their value. Minting errors, such as double strikes, misprints, or incorrect mint marks, can make a coin incredibly unique. Collectors love these kinds of coins because they are one-of-a-kind pieces, and the rarity of these errors often drives the price up significantly. So, if you happen to stumble upon a 1977 quarter with one of these errors, you could be holding something that will fetch a very impressive price. Now, let's get to the big question: how much is a 1977 quarter actually worth? While most of the 1977 quarters you'll find in circulation are worth just 25 cents, those in pristine condition, or with rare minting errors, can be worth much more. In fact, depending on the condition and the rarity of the coin, a 1977 quarter can be worth up to $55,000, yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a single 1977 quarter. That's the kind of money you could be looking at if you find one in exceptional condition or with a rare minting error. It's incredible how a coin that was once just pocket change can now be worth such a small fortune. So, the next time you're sorting through your collection or checking your spare change, take a closer look at those 1977 quarters. You just might be holding on to something worth far more than you thought. Top 3, we've got a real treat for you. If you've ever wondered about the value of old coins or how a seemingly ordinary quarter might be worth more than its face value, you're in the right place. We're going to talk about a truly remarkable coin, the 1979 United States quarter dollar. It might seem like just another piece of pocket change, but trust me, this coin could hold a hidden value that'll blow your mind. Stick around, and we'll uncover just how much it could be worth today. Let's take a step back in time to 1979. The late 70s were a turning point for the U.S. The country was dealing with economic challenges like inflation, the energy crisis, and rising unemployment. It was also a year of big political and social change, with people looking to the future while grappling with the complexities of the present. Amidst all these events, the U.S. Mint was busy making millions of quarters to meet the country's growing need for currency. The 1979 quarter, just like all the others from that time, was designed to be used in daily transactions. Little did anyone know that some of these quarters would become incredibly valuable decades later. So, what makes the 1979 quarter so special? Well, the main factor is its rarity in certain conditions. Most of these quarters were circulated, which means they've been passed through hands, pocketbooks, and vending machines over the years. As a result, many have seen their fair share of wear and tear. The designs may have faded, and the coin itself could be scratched or damaged. But here's where it gets interesting: finding a 1979 quarter in perfect condition is incredibly rare, and that's what makes it so valuable. Coins that have remained uncirculated, meaning they were never used in regular transactions, are much harder to find, especially in the case of quarters from 1979. If you happen to have one of these pristine coins in your collection, you've got something that could fetch a pretty penny in the market. A quarter that's remained untouched by time is far more valuable than one that's been through years of circulation. In addition to the excellent condition, there's another factor that can increase the value of a 1979 quarter: minting errors. Believe it or not, minting mistakes can make a coin much more valuable. These errors might be something small, like an incorrect design or a double strike, but collectors are always on the lookout for these rare anomalies. If you happen to own a 1979 quarter with a minting error, you're holding on to something that could be worth a lot more than you'd expect. Minting errors are incredibly rare and can make a coin one of a kind, which drives up its price even further. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much could a 1979 quarter really be worth? The typical quarter is worth just 25 cents, but if you've got one in exceptional condition, you could be looking at something much more valuable. Depending on the quality and the rarity of the coin, a 1979 quarter can be worth a jaw-dropping $53,000, yes, you heard that right, $53,000 for a single 1979 quarter. That's the kind of value you might be holding onto without even knowing it. So, the next time you come across a 1979 quarter in your collection or loose change, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. It could be a rare treasure worth thousands of dollars. Top 4, we have a fascinating coin that you might never have thought twice about, a 1987 United States quarter dollar. When you hear the year 1987, you might think about the music, the fashion, or the pop culture of the time. But today, we're diving into the world of coins and revealing something truly incredible about this seemingly ordinary quarter. You might be surprised to learn that the 1987 quarter could be worth far more than its face value. Stick around because, by the end of this video, we're going to reveal just how much this coin could actually be worth today. First, let's rewind to 1987. It was a year filled with major moments in history. The U.S. economy was on the rebound after a period of inflation in the 70s, and the country was in the midst of a technological boom, with personal computers becoming a common household item. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing millions of quarters, including the 1987 quarter. It featured the same classic design that had been in circulation since 1932, with George Washington's profile on the obverse side and an eagle on the reverse. These coins were made to be used in everyday transactions, which meant that they were minted in large numbers, circulated widely, and many eventually wore out. So, what makes the 1987 quarter so special? Well, let's explore a few key factors that set it apart. One of the first things to consider is the condition of the coin. As with most coins, the 1987 quarter was produced in massive quantities, and most of them were used in daily transactions. After years of being tossed into change jars, vending machines, or pocketbooks, many of these quarters have suffered from wear and tear. The once sharp details of George Washington's face and the eagle on the back of the coin can become worn down, and the coin's luster may fade over time. Because of this, finding a 1987 quarter in mint or uncirculated condition is actually quite rare. Coins that remain in excellent condition are highly desirable to collectors. These are coins that haven't been subjected to the rigors of daily circulation and still retain their original shine and intricate details. If you're lucky enough to have a 1987 quarter that looks as good as it did when it was first minted, you might just have a valuable piece on your hands. The higher the grade or condition of the coin, the more it's worth in the eyes of collectors, and 1987 quarters in mint condition are definitely in demand. Now, let's talk about another factor that could drastically increase the value of a 1987 quarter: minting errors. Believe it or not, the U.S. Mint has been known to make mistakes during the coin production process. These errors can be anything from a double strike to incorrect lettering, or even misaligned designs. Such minting mistakes are incredibly rare, and that rarity makes these coins even more desirable to collectors. So, if you come across a 1987 quarter with one of these rare errors, you may have a coin that's worth far more than its face value. But how much could a 1987 quarter really be worth? Well, the answer to that question depends on several factors: the condition of the coin, whether it has any minting errors, and the rarity of that particular coin in the current market. For a typical 1987 quarter that has seen years of circulation, you're looking at a value pretty close to its face value of 25 cents. However, when you find a pristine, uncirculated 1987 quarter, or one with a unique error, you could be looking at a much higher price. In fact, coins like these have been known to sell for up to $49,000. Yes, that's right, $49,000 for a single 1987 quarter in exceptional condition or with a rare minting error. Imagine finding something like that in your coin jar or collection. It's incredible to think that a coin from the 1980s, which was once just pocket change, can now be worth such a staggering amount. So, the next time you're sorting through your loose change or looking at your coin collection, take a closer look at those 1987 quarters. If you've got one in excellent condition, or better yet, one with a minting error, you could be holding on to something that's worth a small fortune. Top 5 and last unique coin. We've got an exciting coin that might just surprise you with its hidden value, the 1990 United States quarter dollar. At first glance, you might think this coin is just another piece of pocket change from the 90s, but trust me, it has a story to tell. The 1990 quarter is one of those coins that many people overlook, but in the world of rare coin collecting, it holds some serious potential. Stick with us through this video, and by the end, you'll be amazed at how much this seemingly ordinary coin could actually be worth. Let's first take a step back in time to 1990. The United States was experiencing a unique period in its history. The Cold War was drawing to a close, and the country was transitioning into a new era of technology, politics, and culture. The 1990 quarter was produced during this time, featuring the familiar design of George Washington on the front and a majestic eagle on the reverse, as part of the ongoing series of Washington quarters that have been in circulation since 1932. It was one of the many coins minted to keep up with the growing demand for currency in an evolving economy. Now, you may be wondering, what makes the 1990 quarter so special? After all, millions of these coins were produced and used in daily transactions across the country. Well, as with many coins, the key to its value lies in its rarity and condition. Most of the 1990 quarters you'll encounter today have been through years of circulation. They've been spent, worn, and exchanged countless times. The result is that many of these coins are in less than perfect condition, with worn-down designs and visible damage from years of use. But here's the catch: finding a 1990 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition is actually quite rare, and that rarity can drive up the coin's value significantly. Coins that have been well preserved, often stored in special conditions away from circulation, are highly coveted by collectors. A 1990 quarter that looks as if it was just minted yesterday is an excellent find. These coins haven't suffered the typical wear and tear that most quarters endure, meaning that the details on the coin are sharp and clear, and the luster is intact. So, if you're lucky enough to have a 1990 quarter in mint condition, you're holding on to a treasure that's much more valuable than you might think. But it doesn't end there. The true value of a 1990 quarter can increase even more if it has a rare minting error. You see, the US Mint doesn't always get it right when making coins, and sometimes they accidentally produce coins with design flaws or other errors. These could include things like double strikes, misprints, or even slight variations in the coin's design. These types of errors make the coin unique, and as you might guess, collectors love to get their hands on coins with rare minting mistakes. So, if you happen to find a 1990 quarter with an unusual feature or error, you could be in possession of a highly desirable piece. Now, let's talk about the big question: how much could a 1990 quarter be worth? In most cases, a standard 1990 quarter will be worth its face value of 25 cents. However, if you have one in perfect condition, or one with a minting error, the value could skyrocket. A pristine, uncirculated 1990 quarter can fetch a premium price, and if you happen to find one with a rare minting flaw, you might be in for a real surprise. And here's the exciting part: some of these 1990 quarters have been known to sell for as much as $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a single 1990 quarter. The rarity of a perfectly preserved coin or one with a minting error makes it an incredibly valuable item to collectors, and these pieces can command impressive prices at auctions and private sales. So, the next time you come across a 1990 quarter, don't just pass it by. Take a closer look. If it's in excellent condition or has a unique minting error, you could be holding on to something worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, coins like the 1990 quarter are a great reminder that sometimes, hidden treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. I hope this video helped you learn more about the 1990 United States quarter and its potential value. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a future discovery. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.